What's going on, everyone? I'm Encore. This is Tomorrow Never Comes, and this video is actually 6 months into my daily vlogs. So continuous vlogs over a 6 month span. Actually, that was yesterday would mark the exact date, but we're gonna roll with it. So 6 months in one day, and what have I learned from doing daily vlogs? That's the crazy part. When I say that, it throws me for a loop because I had no intentions of doing so. If you haven't heard what my journey has been like, it actually started from a course, a London Real course, a DeFi Academy, which then transitioned into the DeFi or Kings, where a certain module challenged you to do 10 vlogs in 10 days. That was centered around crypto content. And honestly, when I did the content, I actually stopped progressing through that module when I hit that challenge. I was like, no, I don't want to start that. You're actually supposed to pick two platforms. I had LinkedIn and YouTube in mind. It ended up being YouTube and Twitter. So if you haven't followed me on Twitter, by all means, Tomorrow Never Comes on Twitter. But it's been such a ride because you guys can imagine doing something daily. And this includes weekends. This isn't like a Monday to Friday. This is Monday to Sunday. Without fail, it's become part of my day, sometimes in the afternoon, sometimes in the evening, but relatively around the same time. And it's all centered around crypto, which is what my passion is and where my, I don't want to say belief because it's to me, it's mathematics, it's science, it's physics, really. That's how I think of it. It's a statement of fact, laws and whatnot, as opposed to kind of a belief system. And so this is something that will definitely be around, not even just around like on the fringes. It's going to invade and take over every single sector, every industry. Blockchain, the incentivized system on top, which is the cryptocurrencies, the tokenizations of things, NFTs, all that is going to be here and progress whether you like it or not. Okay, so that's what my content's been centered around. And to see it 6 months in where I am, it's just kind of mind blowing. But I want to show you guys, kind of where it all started here. And so if you look down here, January 13th, 2022, that was the first video. And that actually started the 10-day challenge. And if we go now and see where it is now, I mean, there's quite a few videos here. Let's get, so, quite a few. It's about, I think it's 187 videos, over 1,000 subscribers. And look, there's so many learning lessons here, and I'm sure there's going to be plenty more where daily vlogging is going to come into play. I mean, one of them is, do I continue to daily vlog? That's really what it comes down to. Is this something I want to continue to do? I mean, I'm the kind of guy, I'm very competitive. And so when that 10-day turned into, when it finished at 10, I was like, nah, that's not good enough. And then 30 days and so on and so forth. So maybe I go to a year, that's a nice number. I like a year of daily vlogs, especially in this bear market. I truly enjoy being in this space, especially at this time when no one wants to be in it, or at least the people on the outside don't want to be in it. Right, where people laugh and snicker, welcome that. I love it. So what did I learn? I learned that it's not easy. Like the amount of respect that I have, even for YouTubers that maybe I don't like their content or agree with it, the fact that they make consistent content, and I don't edit. You guys will definitely notice that if you see my videos. I do not edit my videos. So for those who edit and put that time in, I mean, so I have respect for them. I don't care what their content's about or anything like that. To be consistent and putting that message out and being consistent in that message just for the effort alone, man, respect. So it's a grind, but it depends on what you're talking about. If you're just trying to get views, and you guys can see here, I have 3 views on some of these will be 30. I've had some that, go into the hundreds and, even 500s. And I've even had some that goes over 160,000 views and 50,000 views. So, like, if it's just about the views, which some of mine were, and some of my thought process was about just getting the views, you get in that grind, and that's the learning thing. Here's the learning thing. Before you start, man, you're so worried. What do I sound like? I don't like the way I look. Do I know what I'm talking about? What if someone calls me out on it? All these things kind of float through your brain. Then as you get, and you're kind of hoping nobody watches, right? But then as you start doing this consistently, it's pretty funny because then you want people to start watching. Like I want someone to call me, and it's happened a couple of times. People will correct something I say, and I welcome that. I'm not going to get everything right, and the whole point is that as I, broadcast to the world my message, I'm reinforcing and learning and forced to learn about that message, right? So the crypto space and things that I talk about, by putting this message out there, I'm educating myself. And so if there's a correction to be had, it doesn't bother me one way. I've even had some haters in the beginning, and I realized it doesn't bother me at all. So those are all great learning things, is that I would never have known, you can always think about, well, what if I had this and what if I had this? Would I be able to handle it? I know I can handle it. Obviously there's levels to it, and with each level comes a different self-reflection on that. But I've learned that there are things out there that would bother most that don't bother me. So, take that for what it is. But it's a great thing to find out. I found out that backing up all the talk that I used to have when I would give advice to other people, do this, in doing this, that's been the most gratifying thing I've ever done. Because now when I give advice to someone, or my suggestion or my opinion, it's steeped in practicality. It's not I read this in a book, I read this article. Like you want people to know your message, you want people to know you. You got to get out there and create content on a regular, right? And Cardone says this, that if I don't know you, I won't do business with you. And so what better way than for people to know you than through, these daily videos or videos in general, or content, just any kind of content. We have access to these things. We should probably take care, make use of them. So that's one of the things, that's another thing that I've learned, that you get the thick skin, and if you don't have the thick skin, you'll probably get it pretty quick. You realize that initially the views don't matter, then they do matter, and then they don't matter. It's kind of funny how that works. I didn't want anybody to see it, then I did want people to see it, and now I just put content out there for the message sake as opposed to the view's sake. But don't get me wrong, there's always a little part that still wants those views. Of course there is. I mean, what's the point of talking to thin air? I mean, that's useless for my message. So I learned that. I've learned that there are many people who will try something and not carry it all the way through. I was also one of those people. And it's a different ball game when you become someone who does carry through. Like, it just changes like everything that I do now. And then there's that saying that how you do one thing is how you will do anything, or how you'll do everything. And that's so true now, because this is part of my daily ritual. I understand what it takes to kind of commit and go all in on something. And no one tells me that I need to continue to make daily vlogs. Like that challenge was done in 10 days. This is just something that fuels me. So I learned that. I learned that is in me, and I welcome it. I love it. Again, I told you I'm competitive, so even if that's with myself. What else have I learned? I've learned that there are certain messages that you think are important and nobody else does. And then there are things that you think nobody cares about and everybody does. And that kind of goes for video quality too. I mean, I don't go crazy on my quality or not, but some of the ones that I've just done candid, and I'm like, yeah, or I didn't feel like doing it, those were the ones that were viewed the most. Or I thought the topic was boring. I mean, the most watched, that 160,000 plus, is actually about wallets. Cold wallets, hot wallets, which ones to have. I mean, that's so dry, but apparently it's valuable. So you learn those things as well. And challenges, I mean, content, nah, not really. I mean, there's so many avenues for content. Usually, here's a challenge: to be more structured. If you listen to any content creator, they usually have a plan, a content strategy. I kind of don't. I do overall, but usually if something strikes me during the day, that's what I go with. It would also be better if I had structured times that these videos came out. So those who subscribe know that there's a certain day, it's every day, but certain times that the videos will come out, and so they're kind of ready for it. So, and then challenges going forward, where does this go? Like, it's cute. It's a cute little hobby. when you're not making any money from your videos. You also don't want to make videos just to make money, right? So where's that fine balance? And I'm working on some things. And at the end of the day, that has to provide value, more value than I ever could, just making these vlogs. So I'm putting something together, and at the end of the day, you know, it's got to be somewhat of a business. Not even somewhat, it has to be a business in order for me to create even more quality content and build a team and do all this other stuff. It's got to be a business. There's got to be revenue generated in here, but that revenue has to be based on value added to you guys, or to those who enroll in whatever I do. So that's why I'm working on something great, something that, well, at least I think is great, and we'll find out when it gets rolled out. But I hate frivolous courses or frivolous seminars or just for the money grab. I don't care for that, but I do care for the money, and I want to be clear on that. Reason being is because without money, nothing happens. So your favorite YouTuber who makes quality videos, who whether it's investing or whatever they do, they're generating revenue, which, you know, by and large, they're pumping back into what they're doing. That's how they're successful, and that's how they continue to go. So that's just it. The goal is to create quality content and just keep leveling up. So 6 months, 187 videos in, and it's just been a crazy ride. But that, I'm sharing that now with you guys, is that I'm going for a year. Let's see what happens. And I'll tell you this, I would love to be in a mode where the bear market flips into a bull market. And what happens in that transition in terms of content and engagement and views. I just want to experience that. And I think it'd be great to kind of watch that unfold. So these are the things that I've learned in doing daily vlogs. And here's what I want to leave off with, is that it doesn't matter what your idea is. If you want to share it, don't worry about how you look. Don't worry about what you sound like. Like, I still won't get over that. I still try not to look at myself. There's a little bubble up here where I can see it. I don't look at it. I don't listen to my own videos. I just make them, post them. We're good. You know, certain comments will probably bother me at some point in the future. They haven't yet. So all these things, I just want you guys to, if anyone's thinking about rolling out a YouTube video, don't overthink it. Just roll with it. Put something out there. Put your first one. Take your phone, you know, just put it on yourself. Say what you need to say and upload. And I'll tell you right now, the moment you see it processing, you are going to be feeling a whole different kind of way about it. You know, butterflies, what's going to happen. It's a strange feeling, but it's such a liberating feeling, because once that happens, there's no turning back. It's out there for everybody to see, and then you just roll with it. So, and you make tweaks, and I'm still going to continue to make tweaks. I need to create branding and all that other stuff I don't even care to do right now. I'm just rolling with it. I'm having a good time. But like I said, this will become a business. This will become a brand. And you guys are going to be in for a ride. That's all I got to say. Hopefully you guys stick with me. Smash the like button if you want to see me continue on this ride and join me in this ride. And of course, subscribe and hit the notification bell and all that other stuff that the YouTubers love to say, and I hate saying that stuff. But look, tomorrow never comes, okay? You guys, please, if you have an idea in your mind, if you even have for a second have thought about posting a video or even creating a business, because you can see what the public has to say about your idea without ever having going into what your product is or service is, without creating it. You can make a video, you can put it up here, you can see what people say. Do they engage in it? Do they not? What are the comments like? I mean, there's so much value in just putting your thoughts out in a video format. Unless you do it, you're never going to understand. And trust me when I tell you guys, it's so important to do it. Even if it's just as an experience. You do it a couple of times, you do it, 10 days, 10 vlogs in 10 days for yourself. Give it a shot. I'm telling you, it will change your life. All right? So please, just hear me out on that. Whatever the content is, whatever you think you need to work out, It doesn't have to be a polished video with all the lighting and all the audio and all that kind of stuff. Just take your phone, make a video, and watch how things unfold. All right, guys. So listen, just please take action, invest in yourself, and I'll see you guys in the next video.